Assalamualaikum, hi, and a very good day. Again, hi, my name is Husna Binti Afandi, and I am from Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Hamid Hain. So, for the book review of mine today, I would like to introduce to you to the subject, which is this book. I would like to introduce and review this book to all of you. So, first of all, of course, the work motion. First thing first, I will introduce to you to the cover and the outside of this book. I will be talking about what of the outside of this book will tell you about itself. Then, of course, let's not judge a book by its cover. So, we're going through inside of it, talking about the content and also the writing of the book. Last but not least, of course, my opinion and black and white of this book. So, without wasting any time, let's get into it, shall we? So, first thing first, this book is entitled Why Smile Living, and it is written by the author that goes by the name Erin Olivo. She is actually a psychiatrist in the United States. So, of course, this book will be about psychology, mind health, and also emotions. Yep, this book is a psychological non-fiction genre book. So, consists of 176 pages. Well, I believe that the intention of the author for her audience is actually to try to teach her audience to improve and to overcome their different stages of emotion, which I actually just found out by reading this book just now. So, to reach the goal, to do that, she introduced the why smile living. So actually, why smile living is actually a state or a practice that she will tells you, that she will explains to you through her writing. And she constantly say that the for you to reach the wise mind living is when you balance your emotion and also your logical thinking. So that is actually basically and generally what this book is about. So let's get into inside of this book. We will get to inside of this book. We will talk about the contents and also the writing. So this book consists of 10 chapters and of 10 chapters, and I I actually think that at the beginning of this book, which is from chapter 1 to chapter 3, she tries to introduce different scenarios and also problems that is usually arise within our society, especially for teenagers, workers, and also parents, and also her clients. She introduced these scenarios to her audience. Yeah. So, but as you go through the book, as you read and read the books, the chapters, she will usually talk about the emotions, about how we should handle them and how we should tackle them. She explains a lot about emotions, about our feelings and mental health a lot. But what gets interesting is during the last chapter, which is the ending, um, which is the chapter 10, is when you're actually going to the state of wise mind living. So during this chapter, you're actually going to do this activity that she will tells you, that she will tells you for you to reach the wise mind living state. So during the chapter 10, she will give you the introduction, she will give you the instruction, and she will give you the instruction and she will give you the instruction and also the assignments for you to do within the 6 weeks of time frame. And that is really interesting, but of course I will leave that on you to find out how it will works. So lastly, of course, my opinions about this book. I actually think this book is really helpful, especially for people like me who is a student, as we know that teenagers today struggling a lot with their emotion, they are facing a constant change of emotions. So this book really helps me a lot. And but there's a little bit downside of this book, at least for me, because I am not a because English is not my mother tongue language. So some of the sentences I tend to get confused by some of the sentences, and I need to search it up in on the Google to understand better of what the author tries to say, of what the author tries to explain. But of course, it is a small matter and I can overcome it really easily. So overall, this book is really nice, and I think it is very worth it for people to try. So yeah, that's all from me. Thank you so much. Goodbye.